Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's
the Chiefs offense set to take over. They've got it. Opening possession of the football game. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
10 yards.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and that'll make it third down.
It's third down and less than a yard.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important.
Taking it right down Broadway, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, touchdown number 15 of the year. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
A fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd and 6.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 12 carries, 66 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock. That's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
2nd and 4.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
48-yard
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
22 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awful.
And he will take it on in for the Chiefs touchdown. Naeem Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one taken in by Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and throw one out for a really good strike.
Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Gain of 34 yards.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. What a first half this has been offensively. Defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Here's Hines. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. His way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
At the 3-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters.
They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Back to throw now on first down. And he finds Gronk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He gets this complete to Cephas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And it's third.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is Hines, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 5. Guys, man, complete over the middle. That's Cummings. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's caught at the 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
At the 39-yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Mahomes firing complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Now it's Hines. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He was only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
To number 85.
From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back now at Ford Field. The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's got the first down at home inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot. but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Now a throw here, hold in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, this game was certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, I guess that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hayward on the coverage.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Lions. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Brings up
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big